All right, come on up, guys. Show you what we're doing here. All right. The last exercise of focus was stance. This is going to look like a shooting on the move thing. It's not really. It's going to just highlight some other concepts. Anyway, I'll make a few examples for you. All right, what do we think of that?
Looks like you're
If I don't hear a bunch of homophobic slurs, like I don't know what the fuck to do. All right,
gay.
it was gay. So what, like when you're seeing that, like what was I staring at? My dot. And then there's one concept that's really important that I was fucking up there. What was it? Like what was like fundamentally making me look slow and choppy and shitty?
You were stopping before you shoot.
Okay, so what am I not understanding?
Blending. Moving while shooting.
Think about like what really do I not understand? What do the sights need to look like to make this hit?
Oh yeah, just flash.
Yeah, I need to understand confirmation. Where it's just like, it's like if I see that flash of red there, send it. Like what people do is like as soon as they start moving or whatever, any condition happens that the shooter perceives the scenario is more difficult, people usually subconsciously or unconsciously, they just revert to staring at the sight and over confirming the shit out of everything. So that's an exaggeration obviously, but you see that type of thing all the time. So what type of what am I looking for off the sight here to confirm this? Okay, now I'm going to be moving, obviously. Does that change things for this? Everybody agrees. Yeah, we were just shooting at this distance, like moving around. Yeah, flash of red's good to go. All right, let's try it again. Okay, now what's wrong? Very jerky. All right, so we saw this a lot in the previous exercise where it's like now people start just taking a step, moving a little bit, and everything they're doing changes. They start tense up, all right? Now, I exaggerated a lot, but we're going to see issues on these two targets. Now, there's a miss on this one here. Most of you won't shoot misses on it, but this will be a tough target when shooting this direction. Now, what makes this target tough? No, they're both in that case. You might, yeah, so it's like, it's a little bit of a strange angle. Yeah, so I'll be like kind of twisting back like this. How do I twist back like this precisely? Like what would I actually do to make that better? And how could I make it worse? How about this? If I'm super tense, is it gonna be easy to precisely, especially at like a little weird angle, is that easy? No, if I'm loose, the gun will just track right to where I want. The other thing that's a problem here is these two targets are right next to each other. So visually, like when I look at one, I get both. So it's very, very difficult. As you were just seeing on the last drill, it's difficult visually disconnect from this target, connect to a spot on this target, and have the gun track over there precisely. That's difficult to do. What people tend to do, hey, keep looking at dot and just throw the red into the brown. And it'll go in there somewhere, and you'll be like, oh, it's kind of good, right? So that target on the inside, like whichever direction you move, the one to the inside is typically the toughest target. Okay, I'll make another example for you. How's that? Yeah, that looks okay. That's basically what we want to do. It's a little bit slow and deliberate, I would say, over confirming a little bit. We'll shoot it again. Well, that was worse, but we're on the track. So I think you understand like what this should look like and what it shouldn't look like. Hope so. All right, so there's two other things I want to talk about to make sure they're clear. The start position for the drill, you should see the target on the outside. The barrels are here specifically to obscure the two targets in the middle. Okay, so make sure you start in a position where you cannot see the ones in the middle. The gamers, you'll want to take a step back like this and like shoot, and you can see that one right away. Like just don't do that. That's like, that undermines what we're trying to accomplish here. Okay. Right? It looks like a shooting on the move thing. What you're really going to take out of this is the target focus thing. Like, because you got to hunt for that spot. These barrels force you to work for it. Okay, let's get to it.